Imagine this, you're sitting in a specced out, sexy orange Bugatti, and to your left is sitting Lewis Hamilton, one of the world's fastest and best F1 drivers. But he's sitting in a broken, old, jaggedy Toyota. You both are about to race for $1 million. Who do you think would win? You could be the best at your craft, but just because you picked the wrong vehicle, you could end up losing the race. And in the same way, you could be the best at what you do. You could be the best video editor and create content about the things you love. You could be the best makeup artist. You could be the best book reviewer. But just because you're in the wrong vehicle, someone who is so much more average than you could be taking up all the market share and making all the money and helping all the people that you could have been doing instead. Today we are going through a tier list of the best businesses you can start as a creator to monetize your audience the proper way. So today we are looking at courses, communities, sponsorships, YouTube ad money, merch, selling an e-commerce product, a digital download, coaching, consulting, a software or a SaaS, affiliate products, and the last secret method. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bharvi. I've owned and worked with brands that have done over 7 figures in sales in e-commerce, and I help creators best monetize their audience. Number 1. Courses. I still think to this day, courses stand as one of the best vehicles to monetize your audience. Courses, when done right, are a great way to give back to your audience, especially if they're after a certain skill from you, a certain skill that you have that is genuinely valuable to give to these people. And if you make banger TikToks, your audience might want to know how they can edit like you, and they will gladly pay you for that knowledge, especially if they like you. And the best part about courses is that it's very, very high leverage, meaning that you make a course once, no matter how many people will come and buy it, you will never have to put in any more effort. Another great green flag about courses is that they are very, very high margin. If somebody comes to you and pays $300, you basically get to keep all of that $300 because you don't really have any costs. The problem with courses is you don't have recurring revenue, meaning that if you sell 10 courses in January and you make $1,000, if you want to make $1,000 in February, you have to sell 10 courses again. I'm gonna put courses in at A tier. All right, number 2, community. Communities are amazing. You're helping people, you're giving back. Communities are very gamified, especially with the new platforms out there. There's levels up, you gotta give back. One of the best parts about courses is that you have recurring revenue, which is amazing. Let's say you sold 10 people to your community and you made $1,000. In February, you would make $1,000 again by selling no one. It compounds. Whereas someone that was selling courses would have to sell 10, 20 people, 30 people. The work gets exponentially harder when you do not have a recurring subscription product, exponentially easier when you have a recurring subscription product. Another really good part about communities is they're very, very easy to start. I'm going to give communities an A tier, but an A tier above courses. Very, very much on the border of S tier. Number 3 is sponsorships. Now, sponsorships are great if you're starting out and you need cash. They're definitely a very quick cash injection into your business. It's a great way to give you a flat fee, very simple and no work required from your part, but it definitely has its downsides. So you don't get paid a whole lot for what you're worth. If someone's coming to you and saying, I'm gonna give you money to promote my product, they're making money off of their product and they're making money off of you promoting their product. So in a hypothetical world, if you had just sold what their product was, you would be making double, triple, quadruple, whatever they're paying you. You'd be a lot better off, essentially. It's not that hard to sell what the sponsor is selling to make your own product. And there's a big chance that this sponsor would dilute your brand, especially if the product is not something that you fully believe. I'm putting sponsorships at C tier. Next is YouTube ads / RPM. When I say RPM stands for revenue per meal, which I think it's French. Basically what it means is it's how much money you make from people watching your content, serving them ads. So generally platforms will do a 50-50 split with you. They will give you 50% of the revenue generated from your ads. Oftentimes it's not that much. It's really, really hard to do unless you're in a big space. A good rule of thumb is that the amount of revenue you make from your business as a creator, YouTube ad revenue should be around 10% of it. If you are making the majority of your money from YouTube ad revenue, you're not monetizing your audience correctly, and there's lots and lots and lots left on the plate for you that is not being utilized correctly, that's being underutilized. There are some cases when YouTube ad revenue is good. If you have a faceless channel or you don't really want to monetize, or you can't really monetize your audience. It's like Mr. Beast level, I guess, and like you need something really, really big to back that. Like it's just like a bunch of teenagers that watch video game content. It's a bit hard to monetize those sort of things, especially if you don't have a big brand. Then I understand, but generally there's always a product or something that you can sell that will generate you money and provide value, actual value to your audience as well. I'm actually gonna give this D tier. Next is merch. Merch is what we used to go back in the day. Every creator used to have merch. Your brand as a creator is worth a lot. Let's say Nike sells a t-shirt for $100. You could buy that exact same t-shirt just without the Nike logo on it for $10. But people are willing to pay up to $100 just because it has a Nike logo on it. So that gap between 10 and 100, that $90 gap, is essentially what Nike's brand is worth. So merch only works if you have a big brand in the fashion and design space. Merch on like just like a basic Gildan hoodie only really works these days is if you're a big artist and you've got like tour dates on the back. Otherwise, it's not. I am putting merch at a D tier. Number 6 is an e-commerce product. So stick around, I have a banger at the end that is a variation of this that I'm keeping a surprise. But an e-commerce product, finally something that you own, your own brand, something that you get to keep. Having your own e-commerce brand is probably one of the best ways to monetize an audience in 2025. When you own your own audience and you sell to this audience that you have goodwill with, that is the best way to provide value to your audience, actually help them with the product that they would want. And you get to benefit from it by making some money too. Look at Kylie Jenner. She is the youngest billionaire, the fastest self-made billionaire, quote unquote. Look at Conor McGregor with Proper 12, his whiskey brand. These guys are killers. You own equity in this brand. This is your baby. You get to promote it. Everything you do and love, people associate with you. And if people like you, they will like the product. You don't have to go into a market with no advantage. And here is the best part about having your own e-commerce brand is that it has value outside of you. If your e-commerce brand is making 50K a month, you could sell the entire thing outside of you. But worst case, you could sell the brand for $1 million. It's like an actual thing that is being built. Building an e-commerce brand does take time though. It takes energy, it takes effort, it takes time. So I'm gonna give this an A tier, above community. Next, we got digital products. Digital products are great. Anything digital means that the margins are sick. You could create a workout plan. You could create like an Excel sheet that like helps someone with their finances. You could create a Notion document. And the best part is you get to keep all the profits. It's absolutely amazing. Hamza, for example, made a lot of his money early on selling a workout plan and it was just a PDF. But the downsides to this are it's low ticket, so you won't be making much money off it. It's hard to get it right and make it valuable. So you're gonna have to keep selling. Yeah, it'll make you money. It's a great taste to the online world, but it won't set you financially free. I'm putting it at a B tier. Number 8 is coaching and consulting. So coaching and consulting as a creator is genuinely one of the best ways to monetize your audience. You get to provide value about something that you're passionate about, something that you're an expert at, and something that people trust you on. They already have that faith that you will provide because you have proven that and given value to them in your existing content. The great thing about this is you need a handful of people to buy. It's one-on-one, so it's very, very fulfilling. And the other good thing is like there's essentially no cost. The only cost is your time. You know, you're not selling anything that has like a cost of goods. The cost is just your time. It's not really scalable, especially if you're doing one-on-one coaching, unless you have a coaching team and you build like a consulting agency, and you just won't be able to hit that like I made 10K in my sleep level kind of financial wealth. It's like, let's go to work tomorrow and let's help these people, which is great, but you won't be making money in your sleep. You're just making money by renting out your time, which is not how you get wealthy. It's just another job. I'm putting coaching and consulting at B tier. I still think it's really, really beautiful. Next is software and SaaS. I think building a software or a SaaS still remains one of the best ways to monetize your audience, with a massive caveat that it is really, really hard to do. Almost impossible to build a good software that your users will love. It will take a lot of time to get it right. You need to have technical knowledge. You cannot just outsource this stuff because you will just end up burying a hole and setting your money on fire. But once you do, your potential is limitless. You can make millions of dollars because it does not cost you anything to get a new user, and adds crazy exit value, which means you could sell the software to whoever wants to buy it. Like you could sell your company to whoever wants to buy it. But it's hard to do. You need technical knowledge. You need to know how to build a product. It will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of money, and it's really, really hard to get right. But if you do, you are on your way to your riches. I'm putting this high B tier. I'm going to put this above PDFs. just because it's so hard to get right. Next, number 10 is affiliate products. So what affiliate products are, they're very, very similar to sponsorships, except someone comes along and says, hey, can you sell this book for me? A sponsorship would be like, I'm going to give you $2,000, just promote this book in your video. It'd be like, hey, check this book out. I really want you to buy this book. Boom, I get paid $2,000. An affiliate sponsorship or an affiliate deal would be like, hey, I want you to sell this book for me, but I'm not going to pay you a flat fee, although I will pay you $5 every time you sell a book. So I'll give you an affiliate commission every time you sell a book. So now it's basically up to me how hard I want to plug this book. If I'm like, check this book out, guys, and then don't talk about it, no one's really going to buy it and I'm not going to make much money. But if I plug this really, really hard, then I make more money. Affiliate deals are a little bit better than sponsorships in the sense that you're a bit more in power, in control when it comes to bringing the money in. The closer you are to the sale, the better off you are. You want to be as close to the money as possible. The cons are it's hard to get really good affiliate deals with good companies, and ultimately it would dilate your brand equity. I'm going to give it a B tier, but behind everything. All right, and now time for number 11, the secret surprise, which was a bit of a variation I gave a hint of, and that is recurring product. And that is e-commerce products with a recurring subscription in a recurring based model. Now, this is the source. This is how you make money, and it is so easy as a creator now. This is the golden age of building an e-commerce brand behind your audience to generate wealth so fast and so well. You see people like KSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, they're all monetizing their audiences with a recurring product. You don't drink Prime once, you drink it again and again and again. You don't eat lunch only once, you eat it again. That's why it's so good, because they're not making $3 off of you just because you bought a Feastable once. They're gonna make maybe $1,000 over the next 5 years based on who you tell, based on your cousin. It's a very long-term play. And the best part about this is that the brand equity of your company, when you have a recurring based e-commerce product, is 5 times higher than if it wasn't. And in this age, it is so simple. You can get started and build an e-commerce brand with your own products, with your own branding, and make money in less than 21 days. You can get a sale in the door in less than 21 days. And because of these reasons, I am putting it at S tier. I genuinely think it is worth so much because your brand is worth so much. You can sell your company for so much more just because you have a recurring e-commerce product. If you are a creator and you are interested in creating your own brand that you get to keep to sell recurring e-commerce products, reach out to me and my team. Go to the description and you can book a call with me and my team. We can have a chat, discuss. I hope this helped. I wish I knew this sort of stuff when I started out earlier. You can check out some more of my content. If not, take it easy and I'll see you guys in the next video.